Imagine reading a medieval travelogue or ancient chronicle only to find unsettling stories of dog-headed warriors, snake-bodied tribes, or winged human-like beings. Were they mere myths, or did explorers and scribes genuinely believe in these hybrid races? Today, we explore the top 10 historical mentions of half-human, half-animal races. 1. The Cynocephali, dog-headed people. Many ancient writers, including Herodotus and Marco Polo, mentioned Cynocephali people with canine heads. They allegedly lived in remote regions of Africa or India, hunting with fangs and barking for speech. Medieval bestiaries took these descriptions at face value, fueling rumors that entire tribes of dog-headed men existed beyond Europe's borders. 2. The Blemmyae, faces in their chests. Referenced by Pliny the Elder and popularized in medieval travel tales, the Blemmyae were said to have no head, their facial features were on their chests. Some accounts place them in Nubia or Ethiopia. While modern historians call it myth or a misunderstanding of local cultures, medieval Europeans believed wholeheartedly in these bizarre creatures. 3. The Minotaur, Minoan or Greek myth. While purely mythological in Greek tradition, the Minotaur half-man, half-bull, was said to dwell in the labyrinth of Crete. Legends state King Minos imprisoned it. Though typically viewed as a single monster, certain lesser-known variants suggest an entire lineage of bull-human hybrids, possibly reflecting older Minoan bull worship. 4. The Sciapods or Monopods, one-legged creatures. Sciapods, also called Monopods, supposedly hopped around on a single large foot, which doubled as a sunshade when they lay on their backs. Mentioned by Pliny and in later medieval texts, these creatures were sometimes thought to be remote tribes. It's an odd variation of half-human strangeness, where their one foot took on an almost animalistic function. 5. The Panotti, big-eared people. Ancient geographers spoke of the Panotti humans with ears so huge they draped over their entire bodies, used like blankets. Located somewhere near the edges of the known world, Scythia or beyond, these beings suggest how travelers often exaggerated foreign traits into half-human legends. 6. The Kinnara and Kinnari, Hindu-Buddhist texts. In South and Southeast Asian lore, Kinnari are half-human, half-bird celestial musicians. Sometimes described as humans with bird wings or a bird's lower body, they appear in epic tales like the Ramayana. Though they symbolize grace and divine artistry, older texts treat them as a distinct race living in remote, mythical realms. 7. Mandeville's cat-faced men, medieval Europe. Sir John Mandeville's 14th century travel writings detail various hybrid races, including men with cat-like faces. While widely seen as fabrication, these accounts show how medieval Europe wove curiosity and rumor into bestiary-like descriptions. Real sightings of exotic animals might have morphed into tales of half-cat humans. 8. The Amazonian Boto Were-Dolphins, South America. Though not exactly a race, local Amazonian folklore speaks of Boto, river dolphins, who transform into humans at night, seducing villagers before returning to dolphin form by dawn. Considered shapeshifters rather than a stable, half-human lineage, they still point to humanity's global fascination with blending animal and man. 9. The Makara people, legends of ancient India. Some old Sanskrit epics mention Makara, a crocodile-like or aquatic being occasionally depicted with human traits. While more often an emblem of the sea god Varuna, some lesser-known stories speak of Makara clans that dwell in hidden water kingdoms. Whether literal or symbolic, it shows how ancient cultures blurred lines between people and beasts. 10. The Were-Tiger clans, Southeast Asia. Moving from Africa's were-hyenas to Europe's werewolves, many cultures share shapeshifter myths. In parts of Southeast Asia, legends arise of were-tigers humans who permanently hold partial feline attributes. Old tribal accounts mention entire families rumored to have striped souls bridging man and beast. Though not precisely half-human physically, These stories highlight societies convinced such hybrids once roamed among them. These stories reflect a common thread. Humans have long imagined, and sometimes believed in, people who straddle nature and humanity. Whether illusions born of limited travel knowledge or symbolic representations of cultural fears, these half-human races remain etched in historical texts. Which of these legends captivates you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you love exploring obscure mythic lore, remember to like, subscribe, and tap that notification bell. Until next time, stay curious.